let's chat about mindset of health just for a minute. So wherever you are in your health journey, you might be somebody who's like, dude, I'm rocking 6-pack abs. I'm a triathlon person. I eat vegan, organic, everything. I am the healthiest person you'll ever meet. I guarantee you can still level it up, right? Like everybody has some sort of a health goal, concern, opportunity, something, because they might even say, oh, I need to be drinking more water, or I have a right knee that gives me some trouble after I work out. Or you might be in a position where you are starting from the complete opposite end, which is more similar to where I started with multiple autoimmune diseases, that I had a 5 to 10 year death sentence over my head and was in the darkest health place in my life, coming out of the hospital just a couple years prior with tons of specialists, biopsies being done, x-rays, like all the things all the time. So I was at the complete opposite end of that spectrum. So you're probably somewhere in between, but can you each think of at least one health goal or concern or something that you feel like, you know, it's that little voice right now that's telling you what it is? I think does everybody hear the little voice? Like you're like, I know I should be doing X, but I'm still not doing it. Or you might be thinking like the first voice that comes in might be saying, I know I should be doing that, but Ruby K, I'm not doing this because of this. You don't know my story. I can't do it. Like I've tried everything and I can't seem to get past this wall. I can't seem to get past this blocker. I can't seem to lose the weight. I can't seem to get my health under control. I can't seem to get this, whatever that is in your life, finished once and for all. So do you guys feel like that's resonating with you in some area, whether it be big or small, and there's a little voice saying, oh, I know I need to be doing this, but I'm still not there. So what I'd like you to think about in your head is a sentence that goes something like this. I can't blank because blank. And you get to fill in that for you. Or I haven't blank because blank. I can't hike a mountain because I have arthritis. Okay, I'm giving you an example here. I haven't gotten 6-pack abs yet because I've had 3. Well, I biologically have 2 kids. The third one doesn't count for why I don't have 6-pack abs.
A lot of chicken and chips with the third one.
Yeah, a lot of stress with the third one. That was quite a story. So I can't blank because blank. Are you guys feeling? And I want you to go take it to that level that hurts a little bit. That you know that voice in your head is like, I know I need to do this. I know I should exercise more. I know I should do it, but there is something for all of us, and it might even be like hair related. My hair is falling out. My hair is not thick enough. My nails are not in good shape. My skin is not in good shape. You know what that thing is that you are embarrassed to talk about. Is that hitting something with you? Is that resonating? Put a yes in the comments if you're coming up with something that's one of those areas that you're like, please don't talk about it and please don't call me out on that. I'm not going to ask you what it is. Okay, I'm not going to ask you. It's between you and the good Lord above. But if you're finding that area that you're like, ooh, yeah, like I feel like I'm totally stuck in this place. And you might be saying, you don't know my story. You don't know what I have to deal with. You don't know my stress. You don't know my condition. You don't know what I've been diagnosed with. You don't know how hard I've been trying for 30 years to get rid of this. You don't know what I'm dealing with. You don't know that everyone else has told me this is not going to get better. Okay, so that's the thing we're going to work on here for a second, because my entire message in the mindset of health is to completely debunk that you are stuck there. To completely say, you know what, that is a fear-based comment, and I'm not saying you can be cured. That's not my message. I'm not saying that this is gonna like go away overnight. That's not my message. I'm not here to prescribe or treat or anything. The message that somebody gave to me 8 years ago was that there was something I could actually do to feel better, to take one step and shift it, to start to pivot. it didn't mean, this person didn't totally say, actually, this person did tell me I could get completely healed. And I was like, you don't know what I have. But that little message is to just simply give you a hope that says, I know I can do something. So here's an example. I'm actually going to call Matt out today. Will you tell, without saying any names or without giving it too much, because we don't want to like call this person out. They're not on this call, but like about a little bit of your conversation with somebody that said, I can't exercise. I can't exercise. So he goes, you'd be so proud of me. I Ruby K'd it today.
That's a new verb in my house. You've been Ruby K.
So we're going to Ruby K it right now. This person said, I can't exercise.
And I said, simply, can you move?
So she said,
Well, yeah, I can like walk a little bit. And yeah, she said she could walk, but not far distances and different things. But I said, exercise isn't just walking, it's just movement. So I asked her 2 questions. Do you have, or can you get resistance bands, or do you have access to a pool? I'm training a guy right now that's on a weight loss journey from over 400 pounds and on his way down. I think last report, he's down like 17 pounds. Our check-in's tomorrow, actually. So I've been teaching him how to box and working with him once a week and then just checking in with him anyway. I just asked her if she could move because we do a lot of training with him in the pool. We go to the pool because he can't walk long distances, he can't run, but resistance training just in the pool to walk laps, run laps. So that was one suggestion to her. Can you get in the pool and move? And 2, resistance bands. So, and then I teased my wife a little bit because I don't know, raise your hand if you ever heard sit and fit. What's the lady?
I don't remember her name.
Sit to be fit.
Have
Sit
you
and
guys
fit.
seen her? She's so cute. And
Little
sweet.
old lady, and she sits in a chair in her 1980s jazzercise outfit, and she does workout routines from the chair. Yes, sit and fit. She does the arms and all these things, and yeah, it makes you flex and push yourself up on the chair. Yeah. So I just told her, if you can move, you can exercise. You know, you can start working those legs out. You can get resistance bands and set them under your butt and, you know, do some curls or some presses. So anyway, that if you can move, you can do something.
So what was so cool about that is sometimes people feel like it's this huge mountain to accomplish. Even like the friend that you're boxing with, they went on a big hike recently and he's like, I can't hike the mountain. And it's like, you don't have to hike the whole mountain, just walk your mountain, like walk your part of it. Like you don't have to accomplish the entire big thing this weekend. Start with what you can do. And I'm sure there's a way to help shift it if we just stop for a moment, what I like to call take captive your thoughts. So you take that thought that you just wrote down, I can't or have it blank because blank, you put it into thought jail. And you look at it and you say, you ask yourself, is this true? Is this true? I can't blank because blank. Or are we just telling ourselves stories? Are we telling ourselves things because we're busy and, you know, we have a lot of reasons and they're valid reasons, they're good reasons or excuses, but is it true once you put it into thought jail? Like this woman, I can't exercise. Is that true? Can you do a movement? Like, can you exercise your finger, right? Like, if we start with this, you can exercise. So the truth of the matter is you can actually exercise one finger, so you can exercise, right?
There you go. Got it.
Or if you are moving and you can walk and you can do your level of a hike, or you can do your level of whatever it is to shift your health journey, then you can do something. So my message in Mindset of Health is empowerment. It's hope. It's to give you back the control that was taken from you. There's voices that happened to me from doctors, from blood tests, from results. There were voices, all these voices that took away my power. They said, this is what you have. This is your lot in life. This is your diagnosis. This is your condition. This is how long you have left to live. That's it. They took away my power. They took away my choice. My message to you, no matter where you are in the game, is to give you back that power, to give you back the choice and allow you to take the permission and give yourself permission to actually take one little step in that direction and then see where it leads. Because let me tell you, friend, if you have this, I can't do blank because of blank, or I haven't done blank because of whatever, then you are just lying to yourself, is really what it is. And I'm sorry, not sorry to call you out, but that is what we call a lie, because you actually can take a step in that direction. So my encouragement is to take captive that thought and look at becoming a problem solver instead of someone who's just sitting in the problem. Can we completely cure your disease? I don't know. I don't know. Can we help shift it one little bit? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yeah. So when you think about your particular statement and you ask yourself, is this true? How are you feeling about that? I would love to hear in the comments of, like, when you ask yourself, is this true? Is it a yes, that actually is still true for you? Or are you starting to think, maybe it's not true? Maybe there's a little something I could do to shift in one direction. Maybe, so somebody had put like drinking more water, thank you, Krista, because you forget. So what would be a way to solve the problem? One little step in solving the problem. Maybe an alarm on your phone. I've seen some really cool jugs that have like those markers as to how much water you drink. And I feel you, Krista, because I am like the same every day. I'm like, darn, I didn't drink enough water. And then I'm like, oh, and I forgot to set an alarm on my watch to make it go again. So I feel you. But we have to take ownership at some point that we are making a decision to either move in the direction of where we really want to go or stay in the direction that's not currently working for us. We're making a choice to stay there and even get worse. We're actually making that choice if we're not taking the initiative to take an action, even if it's just a small little thing, to actually go that direction. So I'm seeing some not truths in the comments. So you're feeling like whatever you said perhaps is not actually true. There might be a version or a piece of it that feels true to you. And I want to honor that, because what we feel is very real to us as well. But again, my message is to give you some hope and again, give you that choice back, that there is something that you can do. So if you're still feeling really stuck, and if I'm especially hitting a place where you're getting a little bit mad at me, I think that's amazing. Yeah. Because when the person told me that I had a choice in my diseases, I was livid.
She even told me when I got home, you won't believe what these people told me.
I was so mad. I called up that company and yelled at them. And I was like, you don't even know what you're talking about. And they were like, yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, oh, no, you don't. And so what I found, though, from that experience is that it shifted me at that point. It was like, nobody's ever said that to me. And when something hurts to that level or gets you to that, like, what? That's when you know a message is being heard. That's when you know you better pay attention, because it's like you do have an ability to do something about this. And now you're either making a choice to do it or not do it. And that really, really was unsettling for me at that time, but it shifted at that point. That was the marker that shifted for me when that person told me. And that's my message and my intention with the world now, is to say, I want to pass that forward. Even if you are mad at me for that, I'm okay with that, because I know how it feels to be there. I know what it feels like to feel desperate and lost and hopeless. I know what that feels like to be in a dark spot. And when somebody tells you that you're making it up in your head, I was like, oh no, you don't get it. You don't get it. So I know what that feels like, but I clung on to that one little piece of life that one person gave to me. And that's what I choose to pass on to you guys and to anyone that's going to listen to this recording. So if you are still feeling stuck, I do have a free guide that you can print out and work through to kind of help ask some more questions to yourself and work through some of those things. So if you haven't downloaded that guide yet, you can go to my website at rubykonline.com and you'll see a link. It's called the Unstuck Guide. So if you're still feeling stuck and like, I know I've heard this before, I know I need to take a shift in my life, but I still feel stuck. Go through the guide, take some time. That's a free gift from me to you, to take some time and really start to ask yourself some questions on, is this important to you or is not? Is what you're doing that where you are now, is it working for you? If it's working for you, keep going, keep going, keep going. If it's not working for you, then you need to ask yourself some hard questions. So that is the mindset of health.
Bam.
Boom.